Happy 2K Day for those of you who have just now purchased 2K or been playing since midnight or haven't even played it yet at the time you hear this video. Go out there, make your player around your play style, and enjoy the game. As for me, I've been on the game since the early access, which was Wednesday for early access normal people, not early access content creator, but early access normal people. And I have some thoughts to share about the game. Now, I spent my whole first day in career just, ranking my player up, badge grinding, whatever the case is. And then Thursday, I decided to take my first step online. The gameplay that you're seeing is my very first game online. Very first rec game. And the takeaways I took from it is that the rec is going to be, quite frankly, the rec is going to be much worse than it has been in previous years. Strictly because Proving Grounds exists, and I have yet to go into Proving Grounds, but Proving Grounds exists, and Proving Grounds seems to be the ranked mode for 5v5, which now makes rec the unranked mode. And anything outside of Proving Grounds is really just an unranked mode. And like many of your unranked and ranked modes is in other games, the unranked version of 2K is almost unplayable, really. Strictly because, and the reason why I say it's unplayable or almost unplayable is strictly because with all the different options that 2K gives to players now to be able to shoot, or I don't really know what the difficulty is in the unranked modes, but it's mainly because of the player's ability to shoot now. And by that I mean they give you 4 different options, right, with your jump shooting now, whether it's low risk, low reward, difficulty based. I can't think of that third one, but then you have high risk, high reward. And for players like me, I'm on high risk, high reward shooting strictly because Mike Wayne made that tweet that stated that Proving Grounds was going to be on high risk, high reward shooting and the shot meter will be turned off. So that is where I'm deciding to learn my shot on those difficulties in those settings so I can translate almost seamlessly through said games or said mode. And what makes the rec frustrating is the ability to make whites. They put the ability to make whites back into the game. Now they don't go in often, like they don't go in like they used to with the sniper badge from 22, but they go in just enough. You know what I'm saying? You know how when like your team is on that run or they're on a run and you're trying to stop the bleeding and then they kick it to a dude in a corner on the wing and he shoot it and it's a white and it goes in? Yeah, that. Now, what I will predict is that the rec is probably going to be the sweatiest it's ever been in 2K's rec history, strictly because now that there's a ranked rec version with Proving Grounds and an unranked version, we've already had individuals who thrived and stayed at 92 and under rec last year, right? So imagine those type of people who still get rec. You still get to level up starters and rookies and all of that, all the way up to veterans and legends, right? And then 2K gives you a choice to stay here and do it when you can make whites and have low risk, low reward shooting and difficulty based shooting and all of that, while Proving Grounds is there, which gives you incentives and things to, earn more rep. Why would those individuals decide to put themselves to the challenge and play themselves? You get what I'm saying? It's almost contrary to what Call of Duty does, because like Call of Duty forces skill-based matchmaking on people. 2K is giving you an option to skill-based matchmake, and knowing this community, Proving Grounds is probably going to be the place where the least amount of sweats are because of the fact that it's skill-based matchmaking. So when me and my team decide to start going into Proving Grounds, because right now we only have like 4. You know how we go. We have 4. We have a rotation of 5, but this year I'm really going to focus on taking advantage of the double XP events just to experience 2K in a different manner and give you guys different gameplay. But Proving Grounds is probably going to be the least sweaty it could be, because of the fact that it's like a skill-based matchmake mode. And also, Proving Grounds may be a mode in the game where those of us who decide to go into it will run into actual hoopers, you know what I'm saying? And the other takeaway that I took that I have gotten from playing is the game is very bumpy, very bumpy. The trap defense is probably more prevalent now, or will be more prevalent this year than probably ever before. And by the trap defense, I mean when you as a guard is bringing up the ball and then the other guard decides to blitz you, or the small forward or somebody blitzes you while you're bringing the ball up against your man. So it essentially becomes a top of the key double team. That's very effective because of just the way that the steals are. And also, I think the reason why there's more steals right now than like we're accustomed to is because a lot of the animations, like pro play animations, don't get me wrong, they're cool in, how should I say, cosmetic. Like they look very cool that a lot of the players that they have dribble styles and things of that nature, they do look like their authentic self. But the issue with it is that, well, I shouldn't say the issue, but the thing that you have to take time to adjust to is that because of the pro play being so prevalent right now, there's animations in the game just based off of the thing that you're using, whatever animation you decide to use. So for like instance, the dribble styles. Now, I'm not a YouTube searcher, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna go out there and I'm not gonna search for the best dribble style, the best dribble moves, the best jump shot, whatever the case is, because it really all varies down to what you can work with as the individual playing the game. And so I'm in that frustrating period of trial and error where you have to literally play a game, try something. If it doesn't work or you don't like the way you played or you don't like the way that it felt, you have to change it to the next one and so on and so forth until you finally get something that you feel comfortable to work with. But dribble styles in this game seem to have random like animations as you're bringing the ball up. Like it's not just you're running like them as you bring the ball up, but like you'll do like, for instance, like the Ja Morant one kind of has like a low, slow double cross that he does between his legs before he brings the ball up to his hand, to one of his hands. And then you have like, which other ones have I used? I can't really think of the ones that I use because I have been running through them really. I found a good one now, but I don't even know the name of it. But essentially like these dribble styles have like their own animations tied to it that's not just the left or right dribble style. So you have to navigate through that. And then like lightning launch, the badge doesn't necessarily work the same as like speed booster and blow by did last year. So you have to adjust to that. And quite frankly, a lot of shots go in. And by a lot of shots, I mean, at least during my experience in playing, a lot of shots say open, and open is makeable. But the thing that puzzles me is that I can have good shot defense, like good shot defense will pop up, yet the coverage will still say open. Now that's puzzling to me because if the game is recognizing that I play good defense, yet the shot is still saying open to the person that I'm defending, did I really defend him? And I know people gonna be in here, people might come into the comment section and say things like, oh, well, he might be taller than you, or you might not have high defense, and so you're being punished. But if anybody who knows me and have seen the videos on my channel, my guard that I made, he already has gold defensive badges. I build my guards defense first, offense second, because as a guard, you have to negate a lot of things. So I'm not the smallest guard in the game. I'm also not the biggest guard in the game, but I have all the badges necessary that you need to have to defend on the perimeter. So having gold challenger, getting good shot contests, yet their shot still says open, that's kind of puzzling to me. Is it game breaking? You know what I'm saying? Is it like, oh, this game stinks because my contest ain't working? No, but at least let it say lightly, or what they say now, light pressure, or tight, or very tight. At least give me those sayings. Don't tell me that I had good shot contest and my challenger is getting progressed up, or my grades going up for good shot contest, yet his shot says open. If he makes the shot and the coverage matches the defense, so be it. But don't make it seem like I'm not there when he's shooting his shot. And so I think that has to tie to mini marksman, which I never even put into consideration until I made this video. So that might be a badge that is really going to be the make or to break it badge. But see, like, I don't get many marksmen on my guard, right? And so I'm waiting for Mike Wang to acknowledge what the threshold is for mini marksmen as far as like when it activates. Because I think, as I'm talking to you now, I think that the reason why those shots always say open is because a lot of the guards that I'm guarding are like 6'3", 6'2". So they might have mini marksmen, and mini marksmen might elevate a shot to the next level up of the contest. You get what I'm saying? So like, for instance, if somebody without mini marksman was to shoot this shot, it would say light pressure or tight. But because of mini marksman, it moves the contest system down while making their shot a little bit easier. So mini marksman, if you have mini marksman on, you know, gold or whatever, and that person has challenger on gold, your shot will always say open because it would be light pressure. Or if your shot is tight, it's gonna tell you light pressure because of your badge. But that's something that I'm sure you guys will figure out or learn as the year goes on based off of whoever you follow. So you have that aspect. I haven't been able to get glove yet, so I can't really comment on steals as far as like pickpocket steals with glove. But what I can comment on is that if you don't have dribbles, or if you literally are like dribbling into the space of somebody where you don't have business to be dribbling, you will be ripped. Whether you're a guard, whether you're a big, a wing, it don't matter. If you dribble into a crowd, you're liable to get ripped. So that makes spacing better. Spacing in general, as far as itself, there's a lot of open shots. And right now, the shooting is just not, people have not learned the shooting yet. So right now, there's a lot of wide open shots that are breaking for those who are on high risk, high reward. Now, for those of you that are on difficulty based or whatever shooting that is not high risk, high reward, you probably don't have a issue with shooting. You see what I'm saying? Because everything's working out for you. So I'm not going to complain about shooting. I have found the jump shot that I need to be able to really make shots at a level where I'm comfortable with on high risk, high reward. So I'm okay. I just have to work on a craft, hone a craft. But as far as like others, the amount of assists that I'm going to have at the end of this 2K year is going to be like legendary, because people still play stupid defense. And at the early stages of 2K, the defense is really stupid because they are literally just giving up wide open shots, which is already bad because that already is telling you that they are developing a bad habit, right? I don't care if somebody can't shoot. It's the principle and the habit that you're working on during these growing pains, right? But for you to literally get yourself into a habit of leaving somebody open and letting them shoot because they're not in tune with their shot yet, is just developing a habit to where now where people start making shots, you're already cooked. You know what I'm saying? Your team is already at a deficit because you've been accustomed to somebody not being able to shoot. All of a sudden you start playing somebody who has put the reps in, don't put the work in. Now all of a sudden your bad habit of defense, of helping off the corner or giving people that space, because you're not only built off of 2K24, but you're also working on bad habits. Now you're getting sprayed up. Now your guy has 12, your team is down 9, and now you're trying to turn up defensively, but it's too late already. It's too late already. The momentum is swung, the game is flowing. Now you got to develop a habit that you should be working on right now. That's just another story for another day. But the amount of assists that I'm going to have in this game, I'm telling you, now that I have gotten my player up more and I have maxed out his passing and I have found me a pass style that actually has the least amount of animations that are aggravating and annoying, we're in there now. We're in there. We're in there. When I start to give you more videos, you'll start to see what I'm talking about. But as far as me online in my first day, the game is okay. The game is okay. The game is, it's worth playing, but you have to understand now that what used to be normal is abnormal now. So unless you going straight into proving grounds, which I would not recommend you go into until you get a flow or feel for online gameplay and how it works and how it moves and what animations and things you need to change in order to compete at a competitive level. Because when you're in career, man, you can do whatever you want in career. You know what I'm saying? Yes, the AIs are better in career defensively and offensively, but you can still run whatever animations you want and kind of just get away with everything. But when you go online and that competitive nature kicks in and that input delay kicks in, you got to really change some of your animations to fit what you're in. Now, speaking of the AIs, they have been toned down a bit. As far as last year, they were my favorite teammate. Last year, because people would disrespect the AI or act like the AI doesn't exist, try to double off of him, and I'm gonna continually hit the open man and the AI will continue to light him up. This year, the AI still makes shots, but they don't make shots as consistently as they did last year. Last year, they were probably more of like an 80-90% shot making, especially depending on the position. Like a 2-guard AI last year, a wing AI, they made more shots than like the 4 and the 5 AI. This year, it seems like the wings and the guard AIs, they're like 50 to 60%, which isn't bad in totality, but you gotta think in the moment of the game where maybe you're up 3 and the momentum's starting to shift and then you kick it to the AI, that might be one of the 5 shots they're gonna miss. You see what I'm saying? Instead of before where that's pretty much money. So they kind of balanced them out a bit, but they're still viable enough to be able to have a team of 4 and win a game because they bring stabilization to the game or stability to the game. But they're not my favorite anymore. They're definitely not my favorite. Today, as a 2K day, I'll probably get my feet wet a little bit more. by playing some more rec. Tomorrow, I'm gonna record some Pro-Am gameplay because it's double rep in there. And eventually, I'll graduate to Proving Grounds. Once my player kind of gets really established, and now I'm upgrading useless attributes for my position. Once I start upgrading that, then I'll probably start to go to Proving Grounds, because at that point, it's only time to prove it now. But in totality, my first impressions, I like the game. I have to switch my mindset as far as understanding that playing rec and anything outside of Proving Grounds, just understanding that you're going against the field now. It's not really skill-based as it would be in Proving Grounds, but now you're going against the field. You might be on high risk, high reward shooting and high risk, high reward layup making, but that person over there or the person you're guarding might be in difficulty based, or they might be in low risk, low reward. And I can't think of that other one, but just because your shot and your shooting is green or miss, their shooting window might be, their green window might be 10 times the size of yours, just based off of their difficulty setting. So going out and playing in these unranked modes, you are opening yourself up to be playing at a disadvantage and an advantage. It's weird because you're like at a disadvantage as far as like your margin of error is slim compared to theirs, yet your ceiling is higher than theirs. You know what I'm saying? Like, you on high risk, high reward shooting have the ability to make shots and layups that somebody else cannot make just because of their setting alone. Yet they get to not be as perfect as you. They get to have open windows and green windows that's bigger than yours, and what is the word that I can use? They have, I guess you can say they have a lower floor but a shorter ceiling. Yet your ceiling is higher but your floor is shorter, right? I don't know. But you know what I'm saying. You know, you get what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying. So for those of you that's going out there today, hopefully this helps. Hopefully this gives you a mentality to go in there and do whatever you would like to do. But hopefully this gives you information and knowledge, so now you're not walking into something completely blind, and you just understand that anything you do outside of Proving Grounds, there's little skill involved. It's not gonna come down to the most skilled player. It's just gonna come down to what 2K is known of. Proving Grounds, that's where the stakes change, because now everybody's gonna be on the same playing field. If you're a high risk, high reward shooter now, your playing field is Proving Ground. If you're not on high risk, high reward shooting, the field is all yours. You can do whatever you want in there. So give me some feedback on what you think of this game, and I'll see y'all in the comment section.